Hi everybody, it is May 20th, 2024, and it is a little afternoon. And I just wanted to make a quick video because I actually had an epiphany this weekend. I know that in light of the technology that is being used, microwaves, it's very, very hard to actually pinpoint who it is that we think is on the other end of our harassment. And anyway, I got to thinking about it. And, some of the obvious, characteristics of these people are going to be that they have access to this technology, that somebody put them onto it, or they owned it to begin with, that they have a lot of time on their hands where they can spend several hours doing this at a time. And I gotta tell you, I jumped into truckers. You know how they communicate all the time, using their radios, things like that, and they drive for hours and hours at a time, days at a time. And I was trying to see how that works, because they use anywhere from 26.2 megahertz all the way up to 27.9 megahertz on the CDMA radio wave. And what that is those are similar to your cell phones. You either use the GSM radio wave or you use the CDMA radio wave. And it escapes me right now what the difference in, it's real time. The CDMA is that you can send and receive data simultaneously, which would be a perfect fit for the way the brain mapping and things like that work. But I don't understand how they would be able to, in real time, with the brain mapping, be able to respond to that. And truckers, I don't know what anybody else's handlers do or what they sound like, but mine do not curse. So I was thinking that either that's a rule that they use, which I can't imagine why. Sometimes they go out of the way to let me know that they don't talk like that. So instead of saying F you, they'll say screw you, which, if you're a terrorist, nobody cares what you sound like or the words you use. I promise you that. Go ahead and use the F word, because you've got no respect. Nobody believes the word you say. So why are you worried about using the F word? But anyway, truckers tend to curse a lot. The military tend to curse a lot. There are just groups of people that's just part of their, their rapport. But anyway, I think I'm on to something with the CDMA. But the thing is all I can hope for, like I tell you guys, record and document everything. I don't care how stupid it is. I don't care what they're saying to you. I don't care if you did or didn't do it. record it, text it to yourself. If you have cameras, I have cameras in my home. If you have cameras, say things out loud and say the date and the time, so that when this stuff does come to a head, because it will, this AI is everything to everybody now. You know, people are using it for fraud, other people's voices in real time. There's a website called Newell that will use your voice, and you just type in what you want it to say, and it'll say it, and it'll use all the appropriate tones for the emotional, you know, I guess for the emotional text of it. There are several companies. There's one, NVIDIA. I don't know how they say that, but anyway, if you wanted to, you know, they are heavily, that's an AI company. You know, and either go and invest in that, so at least you know that whatever's being done to you, every word these POSs say, that you're getting a kickback of it. That's all I can tell you. Is that's the only way you're gonna feel better, is knowing that you are financially invested in something that's trying to bring you down, but it's not bringing you down because you're profiting off of it. You see what I mean? It's not like that you're saying that it's okay. You're just being like, hey, I know what you're doing to me, and I know, you know, that's, you have stock in these things, where, so you know what's going on. If nothing else, it just proves that you know exactly what's happening to you, you know. And then when you're invested in that technology, it doesn't mean that you're saying that it's okay. You know, it's letting them know that you know exactly what they're doing, so that it's not lost on you what they're doing. So you go ahead and buy it. I mean, a lot of times these stocks, it's just a drop in the bucket. It's they're probably around $10 or $12 a stock. So if you just like, if the Lord blesses you with something, you have an extra like $20, just a lot of times you can do it through your bank. You just go to digital investments and you put in the ticker. Go on Google and look for the ticker to these companies. Like I said, this one is NVIDIA, and it's doing well. So you know, throw some money at that, and you know, that just shows that you know exactly what's happening to you. But anyway, but then I thought of, you know, I don't know other people that have such large amounts of time on their hands to basically just backpedal. You know what I mean? They're not making any ground, you know. It's backpedaling. And you know, I don't know like what kind of individual wants to live a life where nobody believes what they're saying, and that you don't ever have shit to do, right? And you basically can, you know, you're not really respectable, you're not respectful, you know, and you love to hear yourself talk. I don't know, but the funny thing is if you dig deep enough on the internet, you can find, there is a PDF, a savable document that gives these, you know, these step-by-step instructions on how to electronically harass somebody. It doesn't give information about the equipment, but it is the psychiatric document on all of the tactics that you can use in order to get your target in a certain frame of mind, or to get certain responses. But you have to follow specific steps, or else it's not going to work. And what I have found is that a lot of times that these, I mean, they're not real bright anyway, but if they were told to study this document, they're just too lazy to follow the instructions. Therefore, that's why mine, like, they tell me when I leave my house that they're going to seize my property, right? So, for a little while, like, I didn't want to leave my house, but I don't want to leave my house most of the time because all my favorite stuff is here. So, I would give anything to have a job to go to that would put up and tolerate, I guess, me not being able to remember things on a short-term basis, or if I'm forgetful, or if I'm distracted, or, I mean, there's just, I try as hard as I can, I really do, but it's just not happening for me for some reason. But anyway, beyond that, if you guys can think of a group of people that don't curse, have access to this electronic surveillance equipment, that have the ability to sit for hours and say the same things over and over and over, and then try to basically use anything. If you get a letter in the mail and it's bad news or something like that, they try to take credit for that, because that's going to cause a response in your brain, and they will be able to continue brain mapping you, and they will know what subject it is that will get that specific response from you, and they will know how to work that and use that in the future. So anyway, I gotta run, but I love you guys. And I'll be praying for you. Pray for me too. And I will make another video later.